Hello everyone. So we almost have a new moon in the sign of Virgo. New moon is gonna happen in Hasta Nakshatra because that's where the sun is right now. Hasta Nakshatra means hands, and the sign of Virgo is an earth sign, and it means organizing all the details. Hasta Nakshatra means with our hands. So we actually can take some things into our hands. We actually can improve the situation, help the situation by organizing the details, by doing something with our hands. Not only giving it into the hands of God, but also actually our own work can matter. We have Mars in Virgo now, and Mars is combust. That can make Mars feel like his actions don't matter, because Mercury is starving Mars, and Mars needs to feel like his actions make a difference because he's a warrior. And Mercury makes Mars think about, will it matter or will it not matter? Maybe in the bigger picture, no matter what I do, it doesn't matter. Everything is gonna happen what is meant to happen. No matter what I do, nothing will make a difference. But that's not healthy for Mars to think that way, because Mars just needs to do what he feels it's important to do. Not think, because thinking is Mercury. Not think about whether it's gonna matter or not. Just do the action that you feel it's important to do. Mars combust can also make us unaware of the power of our actions. So maybe our actions do matter, we are just not aware of it yet, or we cannot see it yet, or sometimes the result doesn't come right away. Sometimes we need 10 years, to wait. So we have Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Mars in Virgo. Mercury is retrograde, and Mars is combust. So very interesting combination. So with Hasta Nakshatra, it's about serving God by doing something. Virgo also means the sixth house, original house of Virgo, and it means the service, the work that we do to serve something or someone. Like fifth house is our favorite projects, or like children. Sixth house is about serving those favorite projects, doing unpleasant, maybe boring, organizing work, maybe boring, or maybe difficult work. So Virgo is about that we can make a difference. It's not only up to God. God gave us the ability to do some work, and we can do the work, and we can improve our situation, even if in little ways. For example, we can give it up to God, leave it up to God to take care of cats, or we can actually take it into our hands and help the cats that are in need. We can organize maybe something, organize some project to help the cats. We can organize something and donate the money from it to help the cats. God gave us this ability, so we are serving God by actually doing it. Pisces, the opposite sign of Virgo, is about just leaving it all up to God. But Virgo can improve things, can perfect and manage things. For example, I'm cold, so I can start up my own fire and get warm. I don't have to think like if I'm meant to freeze, I will freeze. No, God gave me the ability, so I can start up a fire and be warm. Or like I don't have to care how customers think about my business. If my business is meant to prosper, it will prosper. But as a business owner, we can make a difference how we treat our customers, how we pay attention to their feedback. We can actually make a difference that either they leave or they stay. I can clean up my house and not live in dust and in dirt. I can change my sheets and sleep in clean sheets. So actually we can do quite a lot with our hands. Hasta, hands. We have Jupiter aspect in this new moon. When Jupiter aspects, it's always a protection and divine grace. Even though Jupiter is debilitated, no matter in which dignity, Jupiter always protects wherever he looks. He always looks at 5th, 7th, and 9th house from itself. Virgo is the 9th house from Capricorn, where Jupiter is. So the sign of Virgo is Tamasic sign. Tamasic energy is energy motivated by fear, by avoiding difficulty, by self-protection. Virgo is looking to manage things, to perfect things. It's an earth sign. It likes practical approach, practical results. It needs to organize things driven by intellectual and curious approach. And it is an internal and reflective sign. It needs to organize things also internally. So the best for Virgo is purify their thoughts internally rather than trying to micromanage and bring to perfection the outer circumstances. Virgo is aware of how important it is to perform every task with precision and correctly, because otherwise it can cause a disease. It's a very good sign for the doctors because every little detail matters. If you take 50 milligrams of this pill and not 10, not 100, it's gonna matter. Either you're gonna heal or get sick, So there is a danger of illness if we don't follow instructions of the doctor with precision. So in that case, it is important to pay attention to the details, and Virgo is all about details. I use inspiration from this book of Sam Jeffy, Yoga and Vedic Astrology. So with Mercury retrograde, yesterday we had that the whole Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp were out, yeah. So that's very much Mercury retrograde. It can cause electronics to play up, all communications and communication devices can get confused. And you know how people talk so bad about social media that it's trying to rule our life, or it's becoming a big part of our lives. Yes, and that's why it's also very important that God can come into these online places too. We need the light of God to come to social media too. That's why it's important we do our work on social media too. Not only let the dark forces do their work, but we need to also be present. And it matters if we create a little bit of, blockage for the dark forces saying no. It's already an obstacle for them, and it matters. If you say no, like, I don't give my energy, no, I don't allow you to go here, that is an obstacle, and every obstacle matters. If there is a rock in the road and you cannot drive, it matters, right? Someone said stop, it matters, even if one person. So let's create obstacles for the negative forces. We have Venus in Scorpio. The sign of Scorpio is tamasic sign, which means motivated by fear, by self-protection, by avoiding difficulty. The Scorpio is a very tiny animal, and it's very aware of its vulnerabilities. So the Scorpio would try to protect itself as a main motivation. The ruler of the Scorpio, Mars, we need to look at the ruler to know how healthy this sign is going to operate. The ruler, Mars, is combust. So we cannot expect the highest evolutionary level of functioning for Scorpio right now. So the Scorpio in its lowest level can be about dark, hidden agendas, manipulations, abuse, trust issues, trying to control other people and their emotions rather than learning to deal with our own emotions of fear and vulnerabilities. A few years ago I made a video, Can We Trust Other People? You can find it on my YouTube channel, Ananda Shakti. So can we really trust other people? It's very much the Scorpio question, or the 8th house question, because 8th house has the same meaning as the 8th sign, which is Scorpio. Can we really trust other people? By which forces are they guided? Are they strong enough to resist those forces? That's what we need to know. Because the other deeper dark forces can take control of any person and make them do something bad to us. We just need to surround ourselves with people who are strong enough to resist them. It's very serious. It's so serious that it's a question of life and death. 8th house, the house of death and rebirth. Actually, most people who were murdered by someone they knew. As I heard in Sam Chappie's video, So it is very serious. Whom we trust? Can we trust people? So that's why Scorpio is also about very deep psychological stuff. It's a water sign, which means emotion. It's a fixed sign, so fixed emotion that goes really deep, you know, like the deepest black hole in the ocean, and going in there. The Scorpio is described as having hairs, sensitive hairs, so he has these antennas to catch psychic things, psychic perception. Scorpio is given to reflection and internal process, so it's going deep inwardly. It can also mean going far, which is the same as going deep. Like traveling to other countries is also Scorpio, to faraway countries. The sun does well in Scorpio because the Scorpio is this dark hidden place. The sun is the light. When the light comes there, everything becomes visible. Nothing can hide. So we go into our dignified state, dignity, dignified presence. And this is what is happening in the sky right now. The update. So let me know if you have questions, and talk to you soon again.